Hey everyone, welcome back. In the last video, we went deep on addition. Today, we're doing the other side of that coin. And just like addition, subtraction looks simple on the surface. But there is one concept in this video that trips up more students than almost anything else in basic math. It's called borrowing. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how it works and why it works. We are also going to cover the vocabulary words that show up on tests, how to handle multi-digit subtraction, and we will work through word problems and practice problems together. Let's get into it. Subtraction is the opposite of addition. Instead of combining amounts, you are removing one amount from another. You start with a total, you take something away, and you find out what's left. Think of it like this. You have 9 apples. You eat 4 of them. How many are left? 5. That's subtraction. 9 minus 4 equals 5. The minus sign is the operator. It tells us that we are taking away, not adding. Now, here's the vocabulary. The number you start with, the one being reduced, is called the diminuend. The number you are taking away is called the subtrahend. And the result, what you have left, is called the difference. Say those with me. Minuend, subtrahend, and difference. 15 is the minuend, 6 is the subtrahend, and 9 is the difference. On a test, if they ask for the difference between 15 and 6, they are asking you to subtract. The word difference is one of the top keywords for subtraction. If you see it, subtract. Unlike addition, subtraction does not have the same properties. And this is actually really important to understand, because students sometimes assume that it does. The first question is subtraction commutative? In other words, does the order matter? 10 minus 3 is 7, but 3 minus 10 is negative 7. Those are clearly not the same answer. So no, subtraction is not commutative. Order does matter. Always put the larger number first, unless you are working with negatives. The second question is subtraction associative? Which in simpler terms means, does grouping matter? 10 minus 4, then minus 2 equals 4. But 10 minus the result of 4 minus 2 equals 8. Different answers. So no, subtraction is not associative either. Grouping changes the result. This is why we follow the order of operations carefully. One rule subtraction shares with addition is the 0 rule. Any number minus 0 equals itself. And any number minus itself equals 0. 8 minus 0 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Simple, but useful. All right, this is the big one. Borrowing, also called regrouping, is a step that most students either rush through or never fully understand. We are going to slow it all the way down. Let's subtract 278 from 532. We'll start with the ones column. 2 minus 8, we have a problem. 2 is smaller than 8. We can't subtract 8 from 2 and get a positive answer. So what do? We borrow. We go to the next column, the tens, and we borrow one group of 10. The tens digit goes from 3 down to 2 because we took 1 away, and that 1 we borrowed represents 10 ones, so the ones column goes from 2 up to 12. Now, 12 minus 8 equals 4. Write the 4 in the ones place. Now we move over to the tens column. We have 2. Remember, we already used 1 when we borrowed. 2 minus 7, same problem. 2 is smaller than 7. Borrow again. The hundreds digit drops from 5 to 4, and the tens digit becomes 12. 12 minus 7 equals 5. Write the 5 in the tens place. Now onto the hundreds column. 4 minus 2 equals 2. No borrowing needed. 532 minus 278 equals 254. Here's a pro tip. Always check your subtraction by adding your answer back to the subtrahend. 254 plus 278 should give us back 532. It does. That tells us our answer is correct. Let's run one more example so borrowing feels automatic. 804 minus 367. Let's go to the ones column. 4 minus 7, need to borrow, but the tens digit is 0. When the next column is 0, we have to go one more column over. Borrow from the hundreds. 8 becomes 7, and the tens 0 becomes 10. Now borrow from the tens. 10 becomes 9, and the ones 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. 9 minus 6 is 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. So the answer is 437. Same approach as addition. The key is learning the vocabulary that signals subtraction. Here's a list of the keywords: difference, less than, fewer, take away, how many remain, how many are left, decreased by, minus, lost, spent, and removed. When you see any of these words, you are subtracting. Problem 1. A library had 920 books. They removed 243 damaged books. How many books remain? Both keywords point to subtraction. 920 minus 243. Ones column. 0 minus 3, borrow. Tens column, but check the borrowing. Hundreds. 8 minus 2 is 6. 677 books. Problem 2. Jasmine had $450. She spent $183 on school supplies. How much money does she have left? The word spent tells us something was taken away. The word left tells us we want what remains. 450 minus 183. $267. Identify the keyword, set up the problem, and solve carefully. Problem 1. 743 minus 291. Problem 2. 1005 minus 648. Problem 3. 3200 minus 1875. And problem 4. A stadium had 5,400 fans. 3,122 left at halftime. How many fans remained? 4 problems. Pause the video, work them out, then come back and check. Pause now. Problem 1. 743 minus 291. Ones. 3 minus 1 is 2. Tens. 4 minus 9, borrow. 14 minus 9 is 5. Hundreds becomes 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 452. Problem 2. 1005 minus 648. The zeros in the tens and ones place mean that we borrow across multiple columns. Work it carefully. 15 minus 8 is 7. 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 6 is 3. The answer is 357. Since we're now getting the hang of it, I'm just going to give you the answers for problem 3 and 4. Problem 3, 1,325. Problem 4, 2,278 fans remained. Let's lock in the vocabulary one more time. Minuend, the number you start with. Subtrahend, the number being taken away. Difference, the result of subtracting. Borrowing, regrouping from the next column when the digit is too small to subtract from. And remember, subtraction is not commutative. Order always matters. That's subtraction, fully broken down. Next video, we're going into multiplication. We will cover times table, the distributive property, multi-digit multiplication, and more. If this helped, hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And I'll see you in the next one.